Hi, Tom with Dependable Oxygen. We're going to talk about how to treat sleep apnea. So CPAP is the golden rule. It's what's primarily used to treat obstructive sleep apnea. There are some other things that are out there, the mandibular devices or oral appliances that are fit by dentists. They're for very, very mild sleep apnea. They're not for stronger obstructive sleep apnea. 90% of those who have either the surgeries, the mandibular surgeries, or an oral appliance or a dental appliance, they end up needing a CPAP down the road anyway. So getting a proper sleep study and getting proper treatment is important. CPAP, like I said, is what's used to treat it. CPAP stands for continuous positive airway pressure. This device is typically used for treating obstructive sleep apnea. The other device is called a BiPAP, B-I-P-A-P. That's bi-level positive airway pressure. That means you get an inspiratory pressure and an expiratory pressure. CPAP is constant pressure. You get one pressure. Okay. Then the third device that we typically treat with sleep apnea is a BiPAP ST, which is spontaneous and timed. So if you don't breathe, it'll trigger a breath for you. And then the last one is the BiPAP SV. The SV is a servo ventilator, and what it does is it will trigger breaths for you on an automatic basis to keep that breath pattern, the breathing pattern is the exact same through the whole night. So the later devices are used for more complex sleep apnea and for patients that have central sleep apnea. If you're obstructive, which most people are, the obstructive is CPAP. It's treated with CPAP or an auto CPAP. So the difference between an auto CPAP and a standard CPAP, an auto CPAP you can set a range from 5 to 20, and then the device itself's got a built-in algorithm that senses when you need that and it increases pressure. And versus with a CPAP, it's just one constant pressure. It's set at that, and that's what your treatment is. The primary purpose of all the devices is basically to blow air into the upper airway, keep the airway open, so that when you have those times when you get into REM sleep and your muscles relax, the airways try to close off, the positive airway pressure will keep that airway open. It's going to blow and just keep that airway open. So people who snore, you won't snore with a CPAP. It's always funny because I always have the wives come in and say, I have to check and make sure he's over there because he's not snoring. I can't hear him snore. And actually sometimes the wives have a harder time than the guys do because they're used to that. So you won't snore. The purpose of that is to get rid of the snore, getting rid of the airways closing off. And really all it is a machine. This is the CPAP. This is a Dream Station. Turn the machine on. This machine is running and that's on a center 7 centimeters of pressure is what this device is on. But the pressure can go anywhere, like I said, from 5 to 20. So depending on how severe and how much pressure you need to keep your airway open, the higher the pressure you need, the more severe you are. So you can see this is running, and it's literally very quiet when you have it hooked up. You really won't hear it. So this device is on and running. There's different types of mask that you can use. There's 3 types. There's a nasal one that just goes over your nose. There's ones that go underneath your nose, considered nasal masks. And then we have full face masks. The full face mask goes over your mouth and nose. As you can see here, goes over your mouth and nose. So there's different types for different people. If you're a mouth breather, some people like to do that. The mask is a very important part of being compliant on a device. It's like one of the most important things to get something that you like and you're comfortable and you will use is the most important barrier to treatment on sleep apnea I found in wearing CPAP. We offer a 30-day mask guarantee, so if you don't like it, you can swap out to another one. A lot of our patients and our customers know that. But it's very important if you tried one, you don't like it, not to give up. keep trying other ones until you can find one that works. So that's a quick thing on what sleep apnea treatment is. And in the next video, we're going to talk about how to maintain your CPAP, how to clean it, and some accessories that you can use to make your CPAP treatment more tolerable.